Hey, it's Brian Kletter, the creator and host of the Counterthought podcast. I wanted to take a couple minutes here to share some tips with you of how to create a podcast using just the essential minimal equipment. Let's go. Now, when I started the podcast back in 2021, just last year, I spent all this time doing all of this research, and I do not want you to waste your time doing that because I'm going to share with you everything that I've learned over the last 8 to 9 months of the life of this podcast. So if you're watching this video, it's because you are interested in creating a podcast, which is fantastic. I am a big believer in getting your voice out there. Everyone deserves to be heard. So I'm happy for you for taking this opportunity and creating this opportunity for yourself to do that. Instead of you spending hours like I did searching the internet, or maybe not even searching, and you're just going to buy something. I don't want you to spend too much time, more than you need to. I'll share my information with you. And I don't want you to just go out and buy something that's not going to improve your podcast or make it bad quality compared to a great quality sounding podcast. So really, you only need just a few things when you're looking at the bare minimum to start your podcast. First thing you need is your voice. So you have that covered. That's yourself. Second thing you need is a way to record your voice. And then third thing you need is a way to make some edits. You don't have to make edits, but I recommend that you have a program to do so. And then the fourth thing you need is just a way to put your voice out there, to publish your podcast, as they say in the industry. So we have yourself, right? That's number one. Number two is a way to record your voice. Now, there are many ways you can do this. The bare minimum that you can do is using your phone. Whether you have an Android or an iOS phone, both of them are going to record in an M4A format. And I don't recommend just talking into your phone, because I think you'll agree with me that one of the things that we look for whenever we're listening to audio is good sound quality. Whether you already listen to a podcast or whether you are really into music and you are listening to music in your car or on your phone or, whatever, you want a good quality sound. Even with phone conversations with your friends and family, you want good quality sound. You don't want anything to be garbled or too high or too low or fading in and out. So the one piece of equipment that is actually going to cost something, which isn't a lot out of your pocket, is a microphone. And I recommend the Audio-Technica 2100 USB. This is the one that I started with when I first started my podcast, and I was in audio only format. It gives you the XLR connection. It gives you a USB A to USB C connection, and it gives you a USB C to a USB C connection. And then it also has in there a port on the bottom for your headphone jack, so you can really make sure that your quality of sound is where you want it to be as you are recording. That'll save you time on the editing end. And if you are interested in that microphone, you can click the link in the description of this video. So now we have yourself, we have your voice, we have the audio. We have a way to record your audio. And again, you can record using that microphone. If you have an Android, you can plug the USB-C right into your phone and record that way. If you have an iOS or an iPhone, there's an adapter that you can get to make the USB-C turn into that Apple cable that you need. And this microphone, based on the time of year, ranges anywhere from $85 to $100. So we have voice, a way to record, and now we need a way to edit. So I recommend Shotcut. And the reason why I recommend Shotcut is because you can edit audio. And if you really wanted to add some type of picture or a graphic and turn it into a video, like let's say to upload to YouTube, you can do that in Shotcut as well. You might have heard of Audacity for Windows. Well, Audacity, you can't add video. So I recommend Shotcut. It is a free software for you to download. It has all the details on their website to tell you whether or not your computer, has the requirements necessary to run the program. Most likely it should. If you have Windows 10, you're most likely going to be okay with the hardware requirements. So I recommend Shotcut. That's what I've been using here recently. And again, it allows you to go from just audio and add a picture so you can upload straight to YouTube. Which leads me to number 4, a way to publish. You do not need to use a podcast host site to get your podcast out there. That's what I did from day one, but we're talking about the minimum essentials. So you don't need to pay a monthly fee to upload your podcast to get it out there to multiple podcast platforms. You don't need to do that. All you need to do is use this same platform that you are watching me on right now, YouTube. And like I mentioned, YouTube is video. So using Shotcut, you take your audio, you add an image to it, you make that image last the length of the video, and then you can upload the video, which is your podcast episode, straight here to YouTube. And YouTube is free. Creating your own channel on YouTube is free. So all we're talking about is $100 or less to get your podcast off the ground and get going. And that is the main thing. You just have to start. I kept myself back for a full year. And looking back, that was so foolish. And the reason why I did that is because I didn't take the time just to look into how simple it is to start. And also I wasn't really believing that what I had to say, people were going to listen. But that is not true. Put whatever it is that you are wanting to share with the world out there for us to consume. And you only need 4 things. You need your voice, you need a way to record, you need a way to edit, and you need a way to publish. You have yourself, you have a microphone, you have an editing platform, which there are multiple free online. I recommend Shotcut, and I recommend the Audio-Technica 2100X USB microphone to get that good sound in your voice. And then you need a way to publish, which you've already found because you're watching me right now on YouTube. Anyway, best of luck with your podcast. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be posting more as we get into more details regarding video podcasts, and then a little bit more details about the different types of equipment you can buy if you really want to stick with audio only or do an audio and video podcast. I'll catch you later.